During Keefe D's last court appearance, near the end, he kind of went off. I guess kind of off script. He just kind of went off on a rant, saying that the Biggie investigation case file boxes shouldn't be used, and he started calling the prosecutors names, saying that they were ugly on the inside as they are at the outside, and all that stuff. What was your reaction when you saw him speak out the way he did?
Now, now address the court.
I think we're done.
I got something to say.
You want to say to Mr. Arnold, and he can say that he represents you. So ultimately, you represent yourself. You can talk at will, but if someone represents
Mr. Greg Caden had them boxes at his house for 15 years in his attic, doing all kind of TV interviews. That them boxes should not be allowed in the
He's
cases.
just going to talk about it.
Yeah, them boxes should not be allowed. The tainted evidence, everything. The man, he broke a proffer agreement, and he broke the law, all kind of stuff. The boxes should not be allowed. They've been at his house for 15 years, and he's doing interviews, going in the boxes. Let me see here. Ooh, you can see it on any internet site that this man been going in the boxes for years, and he's a and a judge, federal judge in LA did a 142-page thing about him. Look it up on the internet.
So I think what the state said ultimately is that they don't think that there's going to be anything in those boxes that they're going to use.
They just used something in the boxes. They just used something in the boxes from 1996, and they know they did it.
Yeah, no, it's certainly we are.
They're not only ugly on the outside, but they're ugly on the inside. They crashed in my family in this. They did my daughter first. They did my son. Then they just did my wife the last year. What's the name told me about these? David Westbrook told me about these dudes. He said they're not only ugly on the outside, but they ugly on the inside too. These two dudes right here.
Well, I totally understand his frustration, and I'm telling y'all something now. He might even be out by now. It's a good chance Keefe D is going to get out, y'all. Breaking motherfucking news if it hasn't already happened. Y'all got to remember, we taped this on Sunday. It'll probably be about Tuesday or late Monday before this video posts. So the order may have came down. But the problem that, I'm just responding to the outbursts. Y'all got to understand, man, when you sitting in prison or jail, county jail or whatever, and you got somebody that's waving and you know it's a possibility that you about to get out, man, your hopes is high. You up there thinking about what you going to eat when you get out, that you're going to get a chance to be with your significant other or your wife or whoever, you're going to get a chance to be with them. You thinking about that. It's all type of things. He said he has medical issues. He want to go and get his medical issues taken care of. And you just want to be free. You tired of it. Go to sleep. Wake up. Go do this, do that. You tired of that. And so you want to be free. Even if it's for a few months, because that's all it's going to be. But even if it's for a few months, that's what Keefe was looking forward to. And so he was frustrated to why he started speaking out and speaking the way he did. That was all frustration. Okay. His argument is that he, for some reason, think Greg Kadings is the only one that have the boxes. Y'all got to understand, and I'm just responding to this so y'all can know. Greg Kadings had copies. When you work on a case like even in your job, well, maybe not you Walmart workers or McDonald's, but y'all bring stuff home from work from McDonald's, right? Y'all bring patties and burgers and all of that. And then y'all cook it at home, right? All right? Tell the truth. All you guys that have good jobs, I know a lot of y'all have great jobs that be watching us, because John reminds me all the time, Reggie, the audience that's over here is a little older than what you think. And so some of y'all do have the good jobs. Y'all bring stuff home to work. My wife in there right now working on stuff for her job. My point is, y'all, People do work at home. So you make copies and bring stuff home. That's what Greg Cadence did. That's what law enforcement allow you to do, because any good supervisor wants you to work from home. They want you to work as much as you can. They just want the job done. And so there's no rules against law enforcement officers or investigators taking stuff home, right? So that's what Greg Cadence did. All of that stuff, Keefe D's just assuming that those boxes came from Greg Cadence. There's other and another investigator and several other investigators that y'all don't know about that's working with Detective Moggs, who's the Vegas investigator that's handling the case, or the DA that's assigned to work with him. It's not just Greg Cadence. I'm not saying Greg Cadence is or isn't working with Detective Moggs from Vegas, but there's other investigators that's also reporting them. Even my boy Bobby Ladd talks to Detective Moggs. So for him just to say, the boxes came or the case files came from Greg Cadence, he's wrong, y'all. He's misinformed. I'm not saying that I don't know who gave it to him, but they're not the only one. So Greg Cadence can't go up and document or give some bad information to them, because they're, the original files are sitting over there in robbery homicide with LAPD. Trust me, somebody's over there is what they call the custodial of trust of that paperwork, and it ain't Greg Cadence. Greg Cadence ain't been there, to my knowledge, 2010, 2011. So somebody else been having that paperwork since then. And so for everybody that's running with that stuff about Greg Cadence gave up paperwork or took paperwork out or add paperwork, well, they'd love to catch that. They'd love for that to happen, because trust me, robbery homicide of the Los Angeles Police Department have all of the original documents. Everything Greg Cadence have is copies. I'm sure the chain of evidence to Vegas DA, Vegas PD, Vegas DA investigators, or whoever's handling it, came straight from robbery homicide of the LAPD to the DA's office. And then the DA office turned it over to the defense. So just something to clarify, so y'all won't be running with this Greg Cadence BS again and downgrading and talking shit about Greg, because Keefe D, that's what his belief is where the paperwork came from. Okay? Y'all got it? All right. Respect bound first.